There are design choices that might be holding your space back from reaching its full potential. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like something was just off? The furniture is properly arranged, the space is clean, but it's missing that wow factor, and there's something that you just can't put your finger on, but you know it's missing. Today we're going to uncover 4 common design missteps that could be working against you, and I'll share simple, practical solutions to transform your space into something timeless and truly inviting without investing a ton of cash and time. You ready? Let's dive right in. The first thing we're going to talk about are overdone accent walls. We're going to start with one that's been a favorite for years, the accent walls. Now, I'm all for design elements that make a statement, but one single bold wall of wallpaper or paint in an otherwise neutral room often feels a bit disjointed, especially in a living room or a bedroom. It's as if that one wall is saying, hey, look at me over here, while the rest of the room is kind of whispering, hey, don't mind us, we're with him. If you love the idea of accent walls, and I do, I really do. I have a barn board wall in my bedroom that I absolutely love. So if you want to incorporate accent walls into your space, here's the secret trick. It's not about adding boldness with bright contrasting colors, but creating depth in the space. And texture can be your best friend here. Consider maybe shiplap or wainscoting or a modern plaster or texturized finish. These options are going to add visual interest that blends into the space rather than making the walls stand apart. And if you love wallpaper, I mean, who doesn't love wallpaper? But if you want to go the wallpaper route, don't stop at just a feature wall. Go all in. Wrapping an entire room in a subtle pattern can make the space feel polished and cohesive and give it a fresh vibe. Here's the key to make sure that your wallpaper choice doesn't fight with the other elements in the room. If you're going bold on the walls, go soft and subtle with everything else. Think harmony, not just impact. If you want a colorful or bold pattern for the whole room, keep the rest of the elements in the space neutral and subdued. So all of the soft furnishings would be neutral so they don't compete and the space become overly messy and overwhelming. And if I'm putting my realtor hat on, if you're planning to sell your home, here are my 2 cents from a real estate perspective. Cohesive spaces photograph better and will appeal to more buyers. When a buyer sees a room with a unified design, it feels larger, brighter, and more intentional. This will not only enhance their perception of your home's value, but it could also help you sell faster. Plus, when rooms look cohesive in listing photos, they tend to generate more interest online, which is often the first step to getting buyers through your door. Point number 2 is basic builder grade kitchen islands. I know the kitchen is the heart of the home, but let's be honest, there are a ton of kitchen islands out there that are more about function than form. A plain rectangular block with basic countertop doesn't exactly inspire, but because of the island's location, it's often the centerpiece of that room. So if you're building or renovating, this is where you can inject a ton of fun and personality. Think about contrasting cabinetry, like maybe a deep navy blue island against some soft white perimeter cabinets, or a countertop material that feels special and maybe different from the rest of the kitchen. Quartz, butcher block, or even a durable concrete finish can make your island a true statement piece and make it the true focal point of the space. For existing kitchens, though, if you're not ready for a full-on renovation, a quick fix is to just replace the pendant lights above the island. If you go in for an oversized fixture with a unique shape or material like rattan or brushed metal or even glass, something as small as adding stools with a pop of color or texture can refresh the space and draw your attention in the room. And if we go back to that real estate angle, buyers love a kitchen that feels custom, even if they're not brand new. So a few key upgrades to that kitchen island can make an older kitchen feel more modern and inviting. Trade in that basic builder grade pendant for something unique and eye-catching. These changes will also help during showings, since buyers often tend to linger in kitchens. A well-styled island can create an emotional connection in a buyer, which is exactly what you want when you're selling your home. The next point I want to talk about is the matchy-matchy furniture sets. So yeah, let's talk about those pre-packaged dining or bedroom suites where everything is perfectly coordinated. While they're very convenient and kind of a one-stop shop situation, they often leave a room looking very flat and uninspired. It's like walking into a hotel room. It's functional, but it's lacking that personality and the fun. And yes, the salesperson who sold you the furniture loved the matching set for you and they thought it would be perfect for your space. But remember, their goal is to sell sets, not style your home. They get paid on commission. Matchy-matchy sets were so popular in the 80s, but today style has evolved into a more eclectic look with pieces that go together rather than match. So how do you achieve that look? It's easier than it sounds. Start with one foundational piece. Maybe it's something you truly love, like a dining table with character that's been handed down. Or maybe it's a cozy upholstered bed. And then from there you layer in complementary items. Maybe you set your table with mismatched chairs in different colors or finishes, or maybe your bed is flanked by nightstands with contrasting textures, like maybe one's wood, one's metal. Mixing styles like mid-century modern chairs with a rustic table can make a space feel curated and personal. This is a tough one for me. I like symmetry and balance in a room. But the warmth from the complementary textures or the homey lived-in charm of the mismatched chairs does create interest and style in a room. But I don't think I'm ready for mismatched nightstands. I just need to have that balance. It's just not for me. But other places in other rooms, all the day, all the time. Again, back to some real estate advice. Creating these eclectic spaces styled with complementary furniture can look curated and homey, which is again going to help the buyers imagine living there. It's all about helping buyers envision their own belongings in your space, not just feeling like they're moving into a furniture catalog or a big box showroom. Plus, this approach can be super budget friendly if you incorporate unique pieces from thrift stores or Facebook Marketplace. I love this approach because it's like a treasure hunt. I've even found things on the side of the road at garbage day that I've pulled in and zhuzhed up a bit and absolutely love till this day. The last point now is builder grade lighting fixtures. Lighting is one of the most overlooked opportunities to upgrade a space. Think about those flush mount domes, you know, those ugly overused boob lights, or the outdated brass chandeliers you see in so many homes. They're functional, yes, but they do absolutely nothing to elevate the space or add your personality or even modernize a room. Swapping out lighting fixtures is one of the easiest and most cost-effective changes you can make to a space. I swapped out my bathroom fixtures last week in under an hour, and it gave the room a completely new, fresh, updated feel. I'm not going to recommend that you DIY this yourself if you aren't confident or familiar with electricity, but if you have the knowledge and the confidence, it's an easy and inexpensive way to update a room. For ceiling lights, look for fixtures with interesting shapes like drum pendants or multi-armed chandeliers. If you have old ceiling fans, there are some very cool, sleek, modern options that are both functional and stylish out there. Some really cool stuff. And as for task, table, or floor lamps, choose pieces that add warmth to a room or act as subtle art. I used to have this so cool monkey lamp that was an instant conversation starter in my house. People either loved it or hated it. It was very polarizing, but everyone had something to say about it. Sadly, I was the only one in my family to actually like the monkey lamp, so it ended up having to go. It kind of spooked the kids a bit. But if you don't want to go the monkey lamp route, even simply installing dimmer switches can change how your lighting feels at different times of the day. And again, back to the realtor tip, buyers notice lighting more than you think. Updated fixtures show buyers that a home has been well maintained and will add that wow factor during showings that buyers are looking for. Plus, great lighting makes your home shine in listing photos, which again is critical for attracting potential buyers. Pro tip here, don't forget to make sure that all your light bulbs are consistent in tone. They're either going to be all warm or all cool throughout the home, and this is going to create a cohesive, polished look. Do not make the mistake of replacing a burned out bulb in a chandelier or, one of those bathroom fixtures with multiple lights on it with the wrong shade bulb. It's going to stick out like a sore thumb and look terrible and distract buyers and frustrate you. Either replace all the bulbs or make sure you're using the right tone. Now, here's the thing. Even if you nail these design choices, clutter can still ruin the overall feel of your home. The wrong stuff in the wrong places can make even a beautifully designed room feel chaotic and cramped. Want to know the most common decluttering mistakes out there and how you can fix them? Click here to watch my video on the 8 common decluttering mistakes you're probably making. It is packed with practical tips to help your home feel lighter, brighter, and more inviting. If your home is holding on to a little too much clutter, you don't want to miss it.